just because of the respect that I had for him, when he started coming at me, it kind of threw me off. So I didn't know how to retaliate or how to come back because that's not how I wanted to talk to him. I didn't want to talk to him like that. I didn't want to go back and forth with him because of the respect.
Child, Wanda Smith said that she did not go back and forth with Katt Williams during that roast that we have to revisit every now and then because she respected him. And I'm just here wondering whether we are talking about the same interview. Didn't she call Katt Williams Lil Mama to insult him? And also went after his hair, his clothes, his cases, and his family? And we are talking about respect. Okay, y'all remember when Katt opened 2024 for us, exposing all other top comedians during his sit down on Club Shay Shay? Well, he said that the roast with Wanda happened because he believed that Wanda's intentions from the onset was to humiliate him.
And we won't talk about your kids. We won't talk about jail, no cases. We ain't gonna talk about none of that.
Right.
And immediately gets in there and goes the opposite way. You can't flip up on me because you're an inferior comedian. I'm going to destroy you and I'm never gonna call you out of your name.
So, according to Katt, the roast happened after Wanda had grilled him about the things they had agreed not to talk about, including his cases and his kids. I mean, if they had already agreed not to mention the kids, why was Wanda asking about what he makes them and made it look like Katt was a failure as a dad? Baby, I'm just saying, she had it coming, and Katt was serving it to her cold. First of all, when Wanda said that Katt had permed his hair, Katt was like,
my hair is 19 inches long and I have no perm.
You don't?
Oops.
Oh, that's not a perm.
No, it is not. Nice lady.
That's natural.
Come run one of your gnarled fingers. While you on air.
Wanda also tried to suggest that Katt was on the DL by calling him Lil Mama, and he had another comeback for that as well.
If you can't get your blood pressure down, you can't call me that.
Whatever, Lil Mama.
If your cholesterol is 600.
Whatever, Lil Mama.
I'm Lil Mama's baby daddy.
No, you Lil Mama.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey,
and what
girl.
are you, girl? You probably shouldn't talk about sizes.
No, that's okay.
You big on the radio.
That's right. And
During the roast, Katt also told Wanda to remove her headphones and wig, to which she told him to take off his old clothes that he got on. To that, Katt responded by opening his jacket to show that he was wearing a piece from what he claimed was an as-yet released Versace collection and shaded Wanda for wearing cheap clothes.
Only one of us has $12 worth of jewelry on. No, $12. No. That all is available. If you want to have Wanda's jewelry, please go to Sitgo or Quick Trip at any point. If you buy 2 packs of Newport 100s, they will give you everything Wanda has on right now for $7.99, and it comes with a free car wash. Won't you come on down?
Sheesh! I can bet that Wanda is yet to recover from the roast, but let me tell you why Katt was fuming when Wanda brought up the same things they specifically agreed not to talk about. About Katt's cases, back in 2012, Katt said that he had been arrested 36 times in 36 months. And the fact that he had never been inside of a court of law proved that law enforcement was on a witch hunt. Yes, there was a series of legal issues when it comes to Katt, like how he was arrested in Northern California on a previous warrant related to reckless driving and evading officers. A former personal assistant also sued him for more than $5 million for allegedly striking her, and in a different incident, he was hit with a lawsuit claiming a show he performed in Oakland lasted just 10 minutes and devolved into Katt stripping off his clothes and attempting to fight with his audience members. Now, Wanda was about to start bringing all these up, but Katt shut down her suggestion that he spent time in prison by reminding her that he had 19 felonies and no convictions. The question about his kids, which they had also agreed not to talk about, was sensitive because, as you know, Katt has not had the easiest time with his kids. He was actually homeless for a while and made a promise to himself that if he ever became famous with the means to, he would help others. And for him, that meant adopting as many kids as he could raise. However, Katt himself admitted that he's not always been the best example to his kids.
I didn't do very good at leading by example, but behind the scenes, that's never what I was pushing. They understood that because of my stance, there was a certain thing that would come my way. And so accountability and responsibility is part of what you're teaching, is that You know, even if you're doing the greatest thing in the world, there's this thing called no good deed goes unpunished.
Somehow, law enforcement always used this against him, and there was even a time when the police took his kids from his office, and Katt said that he found it insulting that they would go to his office and take his kids away from him like he's the most terrible human being. At the time, the police said that Katt had endangered his kids, and while he admitted to having weed, he said there were no other substances in his house, and the firearms he had were secured and they were for his kids' protection. So again, these were things they had agreed not to talk about, but Wanda insisted on bringing them up. Hence the roast that possibly sank her career and made her broke. But you want to know what sank Wanda's career even further? In January 2019, months after the segment, Wanda was fired from V103 Atlanta, and the reason why was never confirmed publicly, but many people speculated that it had to do with her little mama comments and Wanda attempts to emasculate Katt on radio in a city well known for its black gay male population. In fact, Katt also talked about how offensive the comments were when he was asked if he believed that was the reason why she was fired.
It's a very thin line. I got a call, but this lady is trying to embarrass me in front of a largely homosexual fan base. That's why she got canceled. Gay people don't take it kindly that you would, as a derogatory, call me gay. Gay people don't feel like it's derogatory. So why are you trying to shame me with something in a community I don't even belong in?
Something else that really put Wanda out of business is how after everything that went down, her husband jumped Katt.
They tried to kill me this same weekend. Not in jokes, with a real in my real face on real camera. Understand I'm losing my life for participating in something that goes along with my job.
The thing is, Wanda's husband, Lamorris Sellers, pulled up on Katt after the roast and threatened to unalive him. Katt is the one who told Gwinnett County Police that Lamorris threatened him outside the Atlanta Comedy Theater, but Lamorris said that he chased Katt into a supermarket that was nearby but did not threaten him. Of course, that's hilarious because even from the security footage from the incident, you can clearly see how Wanda was championing for her husband to go after Katt and was even smiling. Surveillance footage and Lamorris also confirmed he had a bang bang, but whether or not it was ever pointed at Katt Williams is unclear. And the only reason why these two weren't arrested is because later on Katt refused to cooperate with the police. Regardless, it looks like Wanda's career went down the drain anyway because we hardly ever hear of her. In fact, the last time a lot of people heard from her was when she talked about the roast and said that Frank asked her to invite Katt on the air when they learned he was in the green room with Red Grant, who was booked to be on their show. According to Wanda, Katt initially told her that he did not want to be on air because he was not booked, but she begged Katt to go on air and he reluctantly agreed. Wanda then said that in hindsight, she believed Katt agreed to go on air to attack her.
I just felt the tension, like, you know, every time I would ask him something or say something, it was like he kind of came for me.
I mean, that is the exact opposite of what Katt said because he felt Wanda's intention was to humiliate him.
A very interesting thing happens when you try to trap something that's bigger than your trap. So imagine you set out a trap for a turtle and a rhinoceros steps into it. It's finna be a whole different situation now.
Child, we are not gonna be getting into who said what, but do you think the roast is the one that ended Wanda's career? Or do you think something else went on there that led to Wanda's becoming broke? Sound off in the comment section below.